Giorgio Armani Superyacht Regatta in Portocervo, Sardinia. The first edition under the new title sponsors comes early in the Mediterranean season, and as such it's an eagerly anticipated event, a chance for the crews to get warmed up before the racing season starts proper. This year the 16th Southern Wind Shipyard Rendezvous and Trophy is a part of the regatta, and there are 5 Southern Wind yachts racing with the rest of the fleet around La Maddalena archipelago. The Southern Wind Trophy is for competitive owners who want to prove the performance potential of their yachts on the race circuit with the support of a professional crew. But it's also an opportunity for a few days of sailing in a beautiful location and a social program that brings the Southern Wind community together. But we're not here for the racing, nor even for the stunning scenery. No, we're here because over the last few years, Southern Wind has taken the concept of semi-custom and raised it to a higher level by refining that sweet spot between standardization and customization. And they've even coined a new word for it, smart custom. And we thought that the rendezvous was the ideal occasion to find out more. And besides, it gets us out of the office. Welcome to another Superyacht Times video.
The Smart Custom concept developed in the first place thanks to the gentle push of designers and owners in developing the semi-custom further. And we realized by talking and by discussing how we could customize, modify things, but we were anchored too much on the semi-custom, and the word semi was limiting itself the concept. So we thought, okay, let's start top down. Let's start from the concept of a custom. Let's focus on which are the areas that are pivotal to be modified, customized, tailor-made for the owners, and what are the areas that are not. And then we identified basically a much higher bar, and I think this is really the way to go, as it offers more flexibility, but still maintaining the efficiency that we desire to maintain.
The notion of smart custom was born out of the successful Southern Wind 105 mini-series penned by Nauta Design and Far Yacht Design, which showed just how far the yard could push the boundaries of semi-custom yacht design and production before it turns into a full custom project. Of the 5 105s on the water, 3 have different sail plans, 4 have different deck layouts and keel configurations, and all of them have different interiors. In fact, when the owner of the 4th hull, Tarifa, first approached Southern Wind, he was thinking of building a full custom boat.
Well, with the 105, to be able to supply a boat and provide it to a number of different clients with different needs and different dreams, we started from the beginning of the design, putting in flexibility to adapt different appendages. Keels are a big choice because of draft. Performance, whether it's in strong breezes or light breezes, whether they plan on staying inshore, whether they plan on going offshore. If he likes the look of the boat, then we can do a lot of things, and Southern Wind can do a lot of things with a deck or with the interior to move things around boats, but it's based on a very strong underlying configuration that works in the conditions that the owner wants.
Every time you conceive a new boat, you start with the bulkhead positioning and bulkhead scantling. So you start in the conception of a platform. And that is then the common platform. Because when you decide each space, inside each space, then you can put one cabin, one head, forward, after. You can switch everything within a certain scantling or structural bulkhead. Weight distribution is decided. The technology of hull construction is decided. All the structural engineering is done. Sail pen is done. So you have a common platform of high technology, carbon fiber, light construction. Same platform, but you then customize for each client the interior and the exterior. So you can change completely the deck, having a deck house version, or a rised saloon version, or a flush deck version where the saloon goes down a couple of steps.
project that marks a new era in the shipyard's smart custom way of thinking is the first Southern Wind 108 hybrid, due to launch next year. Again penned by Nauta and Farr and based on a versatile platform that can be adapted to suit different owners' needs and expectations, the 108 has been designed from the ground up to harmonize standardization with customization, innovation with reliability, and sustainability with efficiency.
108 number 1 with quite a generous sail area plan, and the trickle down from that is that the structures are able to support that rig and support the keel that matches it. So if an owner, next owner 2 or number 3 comes along and decides that he wants to go with standard propulsion instead of the hybrid propulsion on 108 number 1, we can adapt that and possibly reduce the sail plan a bit, reduce the keel size, the bulb size a little bit. All these things are small changes that make a big difference in the ultimate performance and the characteristics of the boat.
The less efficient part of the hull to customize is the hull itself, because any modification on the hull would require a new tooling. A new tooling comes together with tons of disposable materials, and obviously different owners might want different hull, different performance, different displacements, but if you give a specific design brief to different naval architects, most likely they will come up with solutions extremely similar.
On the 108 number 1, there is a complete new interior design. The client pushed for a new design, something different, pushed for a different quantity of wood versus upholstered panels. On the deck also, as you have seen, there is new GT style, we call, that is a more aggressive and modern style, in which we design the deck geometries following the method of construction and not doing the opposite. So we emphasize the thickness of the foam core design. We emphasize the thick design, and that is a style that started with Tanifa, and then we are building another 2 boats with the new style. The owner is very experienced on exterior and deck and function and everything, and the relationship is the same. She worked more on the interior, he worked more on the exterior, and the result is quite interesting. Yes, we like it.
And where do you take the smart custom concept from here? What's the next step for Southern Wind?
I would like to think that we have done 2 steps in developing the 108. So before doing a 3rd step, we would like to consolidate. And right now we have an idea where we can go. If we learn to customize and to allow a broader range of options without losing efficiency, we will learn that smart custom can be even closer to a full custom.
When does semi-custom become full custom and vice versa? It's a perennial question that prompts different responses from different builders, but what is certain is that today's owners expect more personalization from the get-go. The problem is that for the majority of shipyards, full custom is inefficient. Why? Because technology tends to improve incrementally, and they have less opportunity to leverage tried and tested solutions. Then, of course, there's the question of added cost, which inevitably is passed on down to the client, and longer build times. On the other hand, there's a lot to be said for reliability and efficiency, especially in blue water yachts designed to travel long distances, perhaps far from land-based assistance. In this context, you could argue that a smart owner would choose smart custom.